Welcome to another Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. These are my Bretonnians versus a Tomb King army. This opponent and I have played each other a lot, but we're both using lists that we are relatively new to using. He created his Tomb Kings list based on a comp scoring system for an upcoming tournament, and I created my Bretonnian list just trying to incorporate more peasants in it. So on my far right, he's got a block of 20 archers. In the woods, he's got a unit of carrion flyers, and he put them there thinking he could fly out of the woods. So retroactively, we both agreed just to say that they were set up outside of those woods on the right-hand side. So anyway, right now they're in the woods. He's got a unit of skeletons. Those are actually proxies for Tomb Guard. So he's got a big unit of Tomb Guard with his Hierophant. He's got the Casket of Souls with another Lich Priest in there. He's got the Screaming Skull Catapult with his Prince, and he's got another unit of Tomb Guard with his King, and then he's got another big block of archers. This one has a banner that he gave him because it gave him bonuses in the comp system, and then he's got 4 chariots. So on my right, got a unit of Fast Cav, 10 archers, 5 Knights Errant. Let's see, that's 9 Knights Errant, but my damsel's in there, and at the front left corner is my general. That's a Lord level character. I gave him the virtue of Knightly Temper with the Tress of the Isolde, with armor that allows me to re-roll rolls of 1 to wound. So what that does is I'll get 4 attacks hitting on 2s, on a one-time use only, hitting on 2s. Most of the other time I should be hitting on 3s, possibly 4s. But anyway, wounding based on the strength 6, and any wounds that go through before any saves, I get that many attacks again. So he's probably more effective against rank and file troops than a big monster, but he seems like that combination may be pretty effective, and so I wanted to give it a try. So left of them are 25 men-at-arms unpainted. There's my Grail Relique with the Relique with 14 Battle Pilgrims. Got 5 Grail Knights behind him. 20 skirmishing archers, and my BSB is actually with them. It didn't occur to me that because he's mounted he couldn't be with them, and late turn 3 or 4 it finally occurred to me that might be wrong, and I asked about it, and my opponent agreed that he can't do that. So if you know the rules real well, just try to overlook that for now. It was a screw up. Anyway, to the left of the woods are 25 more men-at-arms, and my men-at-arms all have spears, even though it looks like halberds. 5 Knights of the Realm, Trebuchet behind it, 10 more archers, and 5 more Knights of the Realm. And so you can see I'm really going for, besides archers, and I'm toying with the idea of doing a multiple small unit knight list rather than just big blocks. And I don't know why I went with 2 units of Knights of the Realm, other than that's just what I had available. But for the most part, I don't like Knights of the Realm. I like Knights Errant a whole lot better. So anyway, and that little marker in the middle is where he put his Scorpion. So turn 1, you can see he moves up. See what he did there. You can see what he did there. One mistake he made on the left, you see he has those 4 archers. There's not enough space between the house that's nearer to me and the side of the board for his chariots to charge through, being 4 wide. So it's going to allow me to put my guys right up there at the house level and still be safe from his charge. And so that was just an oversight on his part. The catapult misfired the first turn, didn't do any harm to it. Then during the shooting phase, it hit my Knight Errant unit and killed 2 of them. So instead of being 11 strong, that's down to 9. So turn 1, my Fast Cav declared charge against, or tried to charge his carrion, but they failed the fear test, of course. I moved that small unit of Knights Errant up, and I angled them slightly to the left because I didn't want the carrion to be in my flank. And then it turns out on his turn, he declared a charge against me, and he was still in my flank despite my pitiful effort to keep him in my front. So real major screw up there. Otherwise, you can see how I move up. I have my archers in the woods with my cheaty BSB. Real mistake there, too. I should have walked him forward 4 inches because I was shooting at his casket, just trying to kill the crew or the Lich Priest that's there, and I was most of my guys were out of range. So it was another kind of screw up on my part. Otherwise, you can see how I move up, and on the far left, the Knights of the Realm. That's what I'm talking about. I'm within easy charge reach of his chariots, but because he's 4 wide, he can't get me, and he doesn't have a spellcaster nearby to give him that extra movement. So I knew I'd be safe right there. So there's just one more last look at the board overview, and we go to Tomb King's turn 2. This is where he charges me in the flank. And yeah, that was just stupid on my part. Otherwise, you can see at the top, he's just kind of shuffling his guys over a little bit. His Scorpion does not come up, and in case I forget to mention it later, he never does. I think on turn 3, he rolls, and the Scorpion's supposed to arrive, and then he rolled a miscast, and so I don't get points for him, but he doesn't get to play this game. So good for me, bad for my opponent. You can see he backed his chariots up so that he's just should be out of reach of my Knights of the Realm on the far left. And then during his magic phase, those archers, skeleton archers, were facing my small unit Knights errant, and I thought he was going to try to use the movement to get them in that battle, but instead he used the movement to turn them a little bit. But I think what he was thinking was, if I charge him with my general's unit, if I'm in his front, and I don't know if I would be or not, but I'm assuming he thought I'd be in his front, and if so, I probably wouldn't kill all of them, and then once I was stuck there, he could get a flank charge with his Tomb Guard unit. And I'm not sure I can fault that plan. But it became unnecessary because he landed another catapult stone on this unit, killed one of them, and even with a Lord level General Leadership 9, -1 for the Skulls of the Enemy upgrade, I fail my panic test and run away. Yeah. There's the cowardly unit. That's going to hurt. Okay, so these guys luckily are sticking around in combat. Thank goodness for a good armor save that's saving me. I've got, because they're only unit strength 1, he doesn't get the flank bonus, so I have the outnumber, and as long as he's not doing wounds to me, I'm popping him slowly through combat res. So Bretonnia turn 2, my cowardly Knight Errant unit decides to rally. They come back on the board. Bring my fast cav up. Otherwise, you can just kind of see what I'm doing. Now over here, the unit of Knights Errant that was on the far left, now what I did is I marched him between the houses and put him such that his chariots, I don't believe, can see me, and if they can see me, they can't quite get around that house and wheel and come charge me. At least that's what I'm hoping. And otherwise, I just move up really aggressively. I'm not sure why I moved up so aggressively with that unit of Knights of the Realm right in front of the archers, the middle unit. I'm pretty easily within their charge reach. And I honestly don't remember what I was thinking, but that's where they're at. So I take my Trebuchet and I drop a stone right on the middle of this Tomb Guard unit, kill 7 of them, which I was very happy with. The bummer is during his magic phase, it's easy for him to raise him back up, because every time he gets a spell off, he raises D6 of them. So it's kind of discouraging. I don't know what to aim that stone at, because everything just gets raised back. If you look at the Casket of Souls, my skirmishing archers are shooting at that, and I know I'm wasting a lot of shots, but I have killed one of the guards there. There's only one left, and the Lich Priest, of course. So kind of abysmal luck trying to get that off every time, but I'm taking 20 bowmen and just shooting everything I have at that thing, just trying to pick off the crew and character. So we're still battling this out, and there we are at the end of Bretonnia turn 2. So I need to get in combat with them, bring my numbers to bear, my hitting power to bear, but the problem is with my general's unit going far back and with my Grail Knights kind of hiding behind my peasants, I don't see anything that's going to be happening anytime real soon. And my thought was, if he charges me one of my infantry blocks I didn't want, I would just flee with them and then countercharge with my Grail Knights, because whoever fled would run right through my Grail Knights wouldn't care, and that might be a nasty surprise for them. So that's kind of why I set up back there, but it's really not panning out so far. So so far this game, I've been frustrated because I don't see battles coming as quickly as I want them to. But we're only on turn 2, and it looks like we're getting to a point where we're going to get some fighting pretty soon. So we'll see what happens on turn 3.